What's up, everyone? So I'm here to give you the Tokyo Ghoul re-chapters, the summaries of what happened, and then with the Gintama chapters of the two of them that I missed out to review because, school life, studying, maybe being lazy in general, and I think I had to work that one day and whatever. But I'm gonna give you guys a summary. It's not really a review, but it's like an over summary of like what happened in the past few chapters of Tokyo Ghoul Re and Gintama. The new Gintama chapter will be out later today. Like hopefully after when I watch the Alabama game with my roommate and possibly Chris. I don't know. Chris doesn't like Alabama as much. He's an Auburn fan. But so yeah, in chapter 40 of Tokyo Ghoul Re, we see that like Seiko at the end was in trouble with this like cool character design like a clown ghoul. It kind of looked like a clown, and you know from this, it goes back to the conversation with me and Shaq. Like, we were just talking about how good the designs that Ishida does for Tokyo Ghoul. Like, he just draws them out pretty well. And even though, like, in the beginning, like, he didn't really start out as well, like, like in Hunter x Hunter, but when he got to here, it's pretty spot on. And also in the chapter we see like, Genshi, he's going through the whole nutcracker, post-traumatic stress again. And I feel like that he's probably going to get that a lot, like, in this arc, unless he gets, like, closure with that, after just killing off, Nutcracker. And they also go up against Kane in this chapter. And it's basically it. I mean, getting this fighting about this. And, with Misaki going up against this weird guy with like some type of like thing to block out his voice, I bet it was like something that blocked out his voice. But correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's basically what happened in chapter 40. Now on to like chapter 41. So before I read chapter 41, I was really worried that like, Psycho might meet her maker. But the clown ghoul, it just like cut off until we got to the fight with Kane versus Yuri, and it looks like the fight was still going on, and by that Yuri kind of helped out Mizuki and basically saved her from being slashed. Then we go back to where that little creepy clown ghoul in it is like put a munch on Seiko until something happened. Like the clown just like disappeared. Like the this hooded guy. And then like by the next page we find out that it's not really Amon. It's Ito. Like if you look from the bandages from like the original Tokyo Ghoul, that's Ito, yeah, or Ito, I don't know, but correct me if I'm wrong about that, but mispronouncing it. And then with chapter 42, I really like this chapter because this is when we see Toka again, post time skip Toka, which me and Shaq agree who is kawaii, and then we see Sugiyama. Still trying to figure out about this like Sasuke, Kaneki stuff, and he's trying to figure out a way how to bring him back. And it's like and basically Toka is just saying like it's fine if Kaneki doesn't come back. It's better that way, but Sugiyama, he's not gonna give up. Like he really wants Kaneki back. Like he says, I'm gonna bring back his memories for sure. And I really want him to bring his memories back because Kaneki definitely deserves a second chance about this. Basically, basically in the middle of the chapters is basically more of a meeting about about the whole Rose situation and then with Al-Gidi and that kind of stuff. And then by the end of the chapter, we see like Kane, he is just like walking around and he goes where Ito's at and what does she want with him? So Kane starts attacking Ito, but Ito is basically has the advantage here. Like Ito is just like going ham on Kane, and Kane is just like he just wished for his master's recovery, and it seems like Ito knows about this whole Sasaki thing. Like Ito knows about this whole Sasaki thing, and basically they were just talking about basically stuff about I shall become your god, and I'm like, what the frick? And then we see where Ginshi, Mitsuki, Seiko, Yuri, they all have Ghoul's mask, and Sasaki, which I am not shocked of, he has the original Kaneki mask. But the difference about this mask is, like, if you guys go back to Tokyo Ghoul, like, his mask, it looks the same as the one in Re, but it doesn't have it doesn't have the little gauntlets at the bottom of it. Like if you guys go back on that, you'll see it doesn't have the gauntlets on the bottom. But it's totally different than what we see in the original Tokyo Ghoul. And they start the whole investigation thing, and it looks like they have like a whole war to go through in this entire like map of a country. Last 3 panels of the chapter, no, I didn't buy the last 3 pages of the chapter. We get like back to those good old days with the eye patch Ghoul, back from the greatness of Tokyo Ghoul Part 1, and we get like more of psychological stuff between Sasaki and Kaneki saying like I killed him, I killed Amon, and like just breaking down after that. Like last time I checked, Kaneki wasn't really that broken down about like killing Amon, and then we get to by the end of the panel we see I'm pretty sure that's the doctor, I believe. If I'm not right, then y'all can just correct me. The Kano, and then we get the same guide who was with Jason, and it basically ends the whole chapters there. That's it on the summary of that. Now on to Gintama, which I think Gintama is doing pretty well in this new arc with Utisuro, and then with Gintoki have to go up into space to defeat him. Let me tell you guys. Okay, for 555, Zoro and Gintoki are trying to figure out if Takasuki is still alive. So what they're gonna do with their old master, Utisuro / Yoshida / Shoujo, whoever you guys call him. And we get them like a huge flashback. We get a flashback with Gintoki and Shoujo back when they were training together. Basically, Katsura left a message for the rest of them saying like to request a leave of absence, and she is just basically she's trying to save her brother and her father from this monster that's probably gonna like kill one of them. The questions are rolling saying if Kamui is dead. Like I don't think Baldy like killed off his own son like that. I mean, he even said the hunt is still at the stage where the prey is still nibbling at the bait. So Kamui has to be like not dead. Like he had to escape at some point. Like Kamui is like one of the best characters in Gintama. I don't think he would just kill him off like that. We're gonna see him again in this arc, like somewhere. And I'm really happy about like seeing like how much is being gathered up in this arc. Like you got Umibozo, you got Yoshida or Otisura or whoever, and then you got Obaro. He is still alive, which I'm still happy about that because I'm glad because I was a little bit worried if they just killed him off there, which I said they wouldn't just kill him off there, but Ubaro he's there and he's working with Utisura, and I'm like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that he's working with him, like from the last arc what we saw from him. And then we switch off to a different panel with more comedic stuff with like Kagura just like just eating all the stuff in the ship, and then everyone just like and the old guy just saying like I'm not a pedophile, I am a feminist, and I'm like what the frick, and I'm just glad that we got some comedy in these chapters, and especially in the next chapter, but then we go back to where Obaro's at, and he's like spitting out blood, and like Ujisura saying like, irregardless how much immortal blood you have attained, a mere human in body will not be able to bear the burn for long. So Obaro could be facing the big one if he can't witness that whole immortal blood. Like, I could see that he could die from, like, that, but, you know, they'll have to do another fight. Like, I want to see another Gintoki versus Obaro fight before we get to, like, Gintoki versus Uchisura, or maybe, like, Takasugi might go up against Obaro. I don't know, like, there's a lot of hyped up stuff that you could see in this arc, like, a lot of stuff. Almost by the end of the chapter, guess what we see again? We see Tatsumura again, and he wants to help out, to go help out their old friend Takasugi and see where he's at. And also, you know, he's helping out with Zora too. And then by the end of the chapter, we see Gintoki and Shinpachi and Sadaru. They're helping out Kagura as well to go save her family. And also, they need to go find, you know, Takasugi and Uchisura's plans. And that basically ends the chapters there. Like, I'm really hyped up about these Gintama chapters, and also Tokyo Ghoul like what's going to happen there, like especially with their mask. So that's it from me. If you like what I have to say, then drop me a like. If you're new, you haven't subscribed to us, hit that subscribe button. That'll be awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.